dig it, Satch?
Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Welcome. This is our little weekly update that we'll do here for our customer, or not for our customers. The one for our customers goes out probably in about 2 hours. That'll be our portfolio update. We go through each and every portfolio that we have. How is it doing? And today I actually mentioned a few stocks that were standouts in some of our stock portfolios. Very happy with our portfolio performance. Look for that email here shortly. Also, if you're one of our customers, later tonight, I believe I scheduled it for 8 o'clock or something Eastern time, the link to the class for tomorrow, our budgeting class. If you got a moment, not a moment, we'll probably be at least an hour, but we're going to go over the details of your budget, of course. That is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time. If you can't make it, no problem. You just simply click that link at any point and it'll just start playing. It's one of those hidden videos on the YouTube there. So we'll test that out. Also, if you can't make it, no problem, and you want a shorter version, I actually have the topics that we're going to cover in little 3 to 4 minute increment videos. I'm going to come up with some clever way. I'm trying to get some help on that where we can somehow just email you those and you can watch them one by one with the graphics and all that cool stuff going on in the background to show you the charts. Tomorrow is just going to be a rough draft. We're just going to go through it one by one, going to use the fancy blackboard back there and try to use up some chalk. That is that. Also, later tonight, later tonight, I'm going to post the Doe Show. The audio is not that great, but me and my brother went and talked about a few things there financially. Also, we did the, what is it called? Sad But True. I read off 2 stories about stocks or CEOs of stock markets, things like that. He had to guess which one was sad but true. And so he got it wrong, I'll tell you that, but let's see if you can guess. Actually, I just gave it away if you watch it. But we'll get the audio fixed a little bit better. Really want to bring that back, try to do some things. Okay, this week was really good. As far as putting things down for our customers, the letter that went out or is going out, very easy. It was an easy week. We didn't focus too much on the stock market portfolios that we have. We focused on how to improve on those portfolios. If you're not one of our customers, we manage our own portfolios, by the way. We have all 6 of them, the public ones anyways, listed on the website, and the performance we update every single weekend. And so we updated our customers on that. We were able to look more at how things are moving inside of the portfolio rather than try to, do any changes. There was really no need for changes. So here's the thing. This week was easy. We'll go over to the charts. We'll look at the Dow and everything. But next week is not the week you want to miss a single day. Whether you tune into me or you... Power flicker? It is nasty outside. So you don't want to miss next week. We got the G7 meetings kicking off today, actually right now, I believe. And then the big focus next week is going to be Trump meeting with North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Mr. Rocket Man himself. They're going to be meeting next week. That will be historic. That is all anyone is going to focus on. You're going to see stocks just sit back and wait. We actually have some bets going on in the office of how that meeting is going to go. I took the bet that he's going to walk away from the meeting, or he's going to come out saying he walked away from the meeting. I don't think it's going to go well, so my bet is on that. We have some others that are betting that it's going to be a huge success, national change, and all this garbage. I don't think so. I think Trump's going to do something crazy. He loves volatility. You've got on the charts there the Dow. For this week, the Dow moves nicely higher, very patiently. The Dow closed today higher by 68. It wasn't down on the day. The market started weak, and they slowly recovered throughout the day. You've got the Nasdaq over here. The Nasdaq added 10, also started lower and recovered throughout the day. And then the S&P 500, you've got also higher by 8. Look back over the last 5 days, just this chugging along. Nothing too volatile, nothing too crazy, right? No explosive moves higher. This is what you like to see if you're a long-term investor. Unfortunately, it doesn't last forever, but when you get it, you take it. Just a nice, smooth little move higher. Again, all eyes will be on this Trump meeting next week with Kim Jong-un. That will make for just great TV if you're interested in that sort of thing. Let's take a look at a few stocks today. Well, actually, let's go through the markets and different things that happened this week. Financials finally perked up. On the charts there, you're seeing the financials as a whole. All of these right here, all of this is the last 5 days. So financials have really kind of struggled, not doing much. Remember, that the financials were not moving on days where the stock market was trying to go. And so we wondered if the financials were weak. For now, looking pretty good. The sort of appreciation in interest rates helps. So looking at the bonds, looking at notes, that sort of spike in interest rates this week certainly helps the banks. Let's go over to oil. Oil has refused to get back into its uptrend. This is all anybody talks about. If you follow the oil futures traders or any of the technical traders, that's a little bit of a concern. You've got OPEC meeting next week, so that's going to be a big one. Make sure you don't miss that. It might sort of get drowned out by the meeting on Tuesday. I do believe the OPEC meeting is on Wednesday, so maybe not such a big deal. We'll see. What else can I point out to you here? Let's go look at tech. Tech stocks, of course, great week. Today was a little bit soft, but other than that, tech stocks continue to dominate. Speaking of which, Apple was a little bit lower today. It was down by about 1%. It recovered a little bit before the close. Another report came out of the Nikkei. And remember before earnings, just back here, a report came out from the Nikkei that said they were going to have lower iPhone sales. Well, that turned out to be perfectly wrong. iPhone proved them wrong by releasing their earnings. Now the Nikkei has come out again and said that they are warning, Apple is warning suppliers to be ready for sharp declines in parts orders. So the actual report said that orders for the new iPhones are down by 20% since last year. Is this another attempt to push the stock lower? I mean, it seems like somebody's got it out for these guys over there in the Nikkei. So the stock was down a little bit today. I don't know. I have a hard time trying to believe it, given what happened last month. Philip Morris, those guys make cigarettes, higher by 2% today. They're going to India. Apparently, India has the second largest, is it the second largest? Second largest population of smokers. And Philip Morris shares were higher today because they're looking to launch their new IQOS smoking device there. And we'll see. I mean, if everybody's smoking in India, then why wouldn't you go offer your product in India? Agree or disagree with it, they're doing the right thing for their shareholders, it seems like. They also announced that they were going to raise their dividend. You can see it on the charts there. Raising their dividend from $1.07 back over here, now raising it to $1.14. A little spike in the dividend payment there. Nothing much, but still something. The main focus was on them going over to India and offering this new product. Stitch Fix, I always look at the new IPOs, see what's happened with them. Stitch Fix is a sort of new IPO, up 28% on the day. The company reported earnings for only the third time since they've been a public company. So we actually get a look at what they do, how they're doing. This is one of those subscription-based clothing in a box sort of thing going on there. And they beat earnings. They beat earnings by 6 cents, so more than what Wall Street was expecting. And they also said that they had a nice increase in their number of subscribers. So very interesting there with Stitch Fix with a 28% up day. A couple other things in the news. General Electric says they'll leave their dividend at 12 cents, at least for this next quarter here. They did confirm that they will be paying out that dividend. So if you're a General Electric holder, hey, you're going to get 12 cents for sitting around. And 12 cents is not bad, right? You think, oh, it's 12 cents a share. Stock's only $14, right? Keep that in mind. Lastly, I'll wrap up with someone making a huge, huge mistake on Wall Street today. It's one of those days where if you were in the right place at the right time, you're smoking cigars right now. If you were in the wrong place or you were the programmer that made this mistake, you were probably fired. At about 12 o'clock today, if we look at minute time periods, actually, this is about 11:45. Look at that spike. The stock went from 41.64 for a split second to 43.04 and then right back. Split second. What happened there is a buy order came in and bought up every order that was every sell order that was available all the way up to 43.04 and then disappeared. So somebody spent a butt ton of money on buying this stock, and it was most likely a computer program that somebody activated, found out that it was incorrect, and deactivated it. Other stocks that were hit were Vail. We just talked about this yesterday. Vail Resorts, right at the same exact time it happened there. Much more expensive mistake for Vail, so for the person that bought that. But interestingly, the Nasdaq share went from 95 all the way down to 92.50. Again, this was a split second that this happened. This was not a 2-minute time period. This was like here and gone. So somebody sold, or a computer program sold so aggressively that it pushed the stock, this stock, down to 92.77 in a blink of an eye. You didn't even see it if you were watching the chart. So I can promise you somebody made a mistake somewhere and is paying dearly for it right now. That does happen every once in a while. It'll raise up some questions and they'll talk about it, make it seem like they're doing something to fix it. They will know who, every order that is placed, we all know who placed it. So the SEC will figure out who placed this order, and hopefully they'll probably eliminate the orders, the transactions that went through, replace them. But for now, made a little boo-boo there. That is that. So, hey, lastly, Anthony Bourdain. I actually just started watching this show, Parts Unknowns or something, where he travels. He committed suicide. Apparently, Anthony Bourdain is dead. So that's two high, well, at least two that I know of, high-profile suicides this week. Really sad. I know he seemed like a guy that was struggling with some stuff, but you never like to hear that. Anyways, if you have some questions, happy to answer them. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. Vengri says, what is the best way to convince my wife to invest? Why you got to convince your wife to invest? She don't want to invest? What does she want to do? That's weird. Why don't you just invest for her? Kyle says, any advice on preparing a portfolio for volatility that may come? If it's a long-term portfolio, then really my idea might be raising a little bit of cash. I would love the idea of the markets falling where you could then buy into the markets cheaper. I would not use any of the volatility products, any of the VIX related products. It's just going to cost you too much unless your timing is absolutely perfect. So I wouldn't do that. I would just say raise a little cash. No reason you need to be 100% invested. Can you be 80% invested and have that cash ready to go? RA says, happy birthday. Thank you so much. You became a customer last night, maybe? Looking forward to start investing and learn as much as you can. Oh, I appreciate you joining us here. You know, you'll find that we do lots of classes. I hope I don't bug you too much. We do send out very frequent emails about classes that are only for our customers, and just lots of little things. So little by little, we'll get you there. Thanks for joining us. Picos, happy birthday. Thank you, thank you. Would you mind thinking about making a video in the future about the reasons that someone may want to invest in dividend stocks or growth stocks, meaning the comparison between dividend and growth stocks, why they might want to do the two. I do have a video on that, I believe. It's an older one, so I like that. I actually got a decent customer call today and said, hey, Dustin, what about a video on the different licenses you have? What's the difference between an RIA, a CFP, a brokerage firm? So you're saying dividend versus growth. Why would somebody do that? Yeah, that's a debatable topic too. That one will for sure get some comments from people that disagree. All good. Alas, I always miss these and I hit the notification bell yesterday. Yeah, I don't think that notification bell works quite as well as they hoped. Financial investor says, don't tell your wife. Just say you're buying. Just start investing. That's kind of what I think. My wife doesn't care to know so much. She likes the updates, but she doesn't. She's like, you do it. I like you doing it. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to get ready for this class tomorrow. I've got a lot of work to do. I want to make this really cool. I know that I promised you specifics. This class is only going to be on specifics. I will leave my opinion out of it. We are going to show you exactly how to do every little thing with the big ticket items. My belief and my sort of lesson out of this class will be if I can get you to get 60+% of your budget dialed in where it can't ruin you, then your ship, your financial ship, can't be taken down. And so that's the goal. We're going to give you specifics on the house, on the car, on the Roth IRA, on the emergency fund, on the savings plans. And then if you're a renter also, we'll cover that too. See how you compare against the Joneses, and I look forward to it. So no hurry tomorrow. 11 o'clock we'll get started. We'll go real easy. Feel free to join us. Leave halfway if you have to. Otherwise, you can watch the recording in the meantime. And I'll check you guys later. Steve says, off topic a bit, any books you recommend on investing? We did a video today actually on some books that I'm going to check out. I haven't read them. But I do have a book video planned. The problem is a lot of it's going to be sort of quantitative or trading related. I have to dig out some of the old ones and maybe reread them before I give any opinions. But I went through a book phase. I can't even tell you how many books. I've got boxes and boxes of books because I always thought I'd have a library and set it up. The missus doesn't like the library idea. She wants a theater room. We don't have either, by the way. So I will do one. Yeah, no, it's good. I will do a video book on, at least on the ones that I can offer opinions on, and we'll go from there. So I appreciate it, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.